Welcome to the 2026 NBA Summer League. From Las Vegas, it's Championship Sunday, and tonight in the championship game, it's the 4-1 Golden State Warriors against the 4-1 Memphis Grizzlies. Good crowd on hand, and the big names have made their way into the building. Axel Lendenberg has had a tremendous summer league. So has Cameron Boozer. Two lottery picks will go head-to-head tonight and lead their teams possibly to the wearing of a championship ring and the conclusion of a fantastic run here at the start of both of their careers. Hi again, everybody. Welcome to our broadcast position inside the Thomas & Mack Center. Alongside Corey Alexander, I'm Sean Kelly. Vanessa Richardson will join in just a moment. We've got some star power. I think I used this word earlier. There are dudes playing in this game tonight. We're excited about this championship tilt. And as far as big stages go, Corey Alexander, this is not the first time that Lendenborg and Boozer have met head-to-head.
It is not. These two guys met up in February 21st to be exact, to figure out who was the best team in the country. They met in Washington, D.C., in the nation's capital. Cameron Boozer and Axel Lendenborg went back and forth. Lendenborg scored 21 points. Boozer 18, but had 7 assists, showed his playmaking ability, and was able to lead the Blue Devils to a win and also a #1 ranking after the big win in Washington, D.C. over the Michigan Wolverines, who would, of course, become the eventual national champions.
Certainly we'll see more head-to-head matchups between those two guys. They put up big numbers for their teams. They're big reasons why their teams are playing for a championship tonight. So Lendenborg and Boozer tonight, we'll see how they manage this stage here in Las Vegas. Let's welcome in the third member of our broadcast team. Say hello tonight to Vanessa Richardson.
Guys, it is a new era in the Memphis Grizzlies organization, and Cedric Coward and Cameron Boozer are hoping to establish a culture. In fact, Cedric told me pregame that was one of the main goals of Summer League, to prove that they can win with their style of play. Cedric told me that style of play is unique and added he's not going to use the term grit and grind because that's the slogan of a previous Grizzlies era. However, he did say the Grizzlies brand of basketball he's trying to help establish does involve that tough style of play. And Cameron Boozer, who overheard my chat with Cedric, agreed. He said they want to play fast, be the aggressor, and outwork their opponents every single night. Neither Cameron nor Cedric wanted to talk about their individual accomplishments during Summer League. They both looked at me and said, we only care about winning the championship.
All right, Vanessa, thank you very much. Both these teams coming off of fantastic performances on semifinal Saturday. We're all set to go. Brent Haskell's our crew chief tonight, and we're underway inside the Thomas & Mack Center. Your starting lineups for each side feature, again, star power out of the rookie class, and then some guys, too, that have made a jump from year 1 to year 2 in their NBA time. And a 3-ball to start it, and Hendricks has got the first bucket of the ball game, and that's how this one starts.
And that was the key to the Grizzlies winning the first matchup between these two teams last Tuesday. They made 17 of 32 3-point field goals, so off to a great start for the Grizz.
Here's Lendenborg's first touch. Missing on the hook, and Boozer will clear the miss. Style of play will be interesting to see how it goes here in the opening quarter. Here's Small up top, and he splashes home a 3. He had 5 of them in the first matchup between these two teams back on Tuesday.
But second chance points, offensive rebound by Cameron Boozer, who had 7 offensive rebounds in their semifinal matchup yesterday.
So the 3-ball was a factor in the first game on the 14th of the month, earlier here in Las Vegas, and it's an early factor here. 6-0 start. Step back for Cryer, and he's got a 2-ball with the right foot on the line.
L.J. Cryer saying, okay, this is how we're going to play this game. Yep. We're going to take deep shots. Fine. He can get involved in the mix as well.
He was 4 of 8 from downtown yesterday. In the post for the first time. Hendricks cleans up his own miss. He's got a second chance bucket.
Already 5 second chance points for the Grizzlies. So after their own misses, coming up with the opportunity and have scored on every possession of this game thus far.
Hendricks, a product from UCF and a Florida native. Cryer drive and kick off the wing here. 3-ball's going to be a little bit short for Lendenborg. So Memphis with an 8-2 start here. Small to the rack, leaves a layup short. And Will Richard, the Gator, out of there with it in his now second season upcoming. Into the corner for Cryer, and he drains one in front of his own bench. So 8-5 Memphis. Cryer with 5 already, all of Golden State's points. Off the pocket pass and a traveling violation. And we welcome those of you joining us on ESPN tonight. After enjoying WNBA basketball, we bring you inside the Thomas & Mack Center here in Las Vegas. Championship night of the NBA Summer League. And a great ball game on tap for us here. It's got a little sizzle to it, right? We've got some of the lottery guys playing have shown well, Corey Alexander, throughout their time here in Las Vegas. And guys playing tonight, probably good minutes too, that we've seen already in the NBA.
We've seen Cedric Coward, who was an all-rookie selection this year, had a big performance in the semifinal matchup yesterday for the Grizzlies, and he's looking to wear a ring when this thing is over.
Clean up by Ike, and he's fouled and trying to stick it back inside with the left hand.
You know, we talk about the star power up top with Yaxel Lindenborg, Cameron Boozer, the lottery picks. We've mentioned Cedric Coward, but this is a guy, Graham Ike, who was the WCC Player of the Year twice at Gonzaga. He's got an extensive resume coming in, went undrafted, signing an Exhibit 10 with the Warriors, and someone that can absolutely help their big club once we get to the regular season.
He averaged over 17 a game in college. Here's Cryer left of the screen. Left the three a little short here. And so Coward brings it up here in his first significant touch. Small off the screen by Hendricks. Another one down from downtown for the Grizzlies.
And that's the third three already in the game for the Memphis Grizzlies.
And a turnover here on the sideline to allow subs to come in as well, but the Grizzlies will have possession of a 6-point advantage.
But when you look at all the things that make Cameron Boozer special, it's not all about what he does on the offensive end of the floor. Defensively, picking up at the half-court mark, pressuring his opponent, forcing the turnover. And again, you're talking about a 6'9" player who is picking up 94 feet, putting pressure on the opponent.
Meshack is in for his first run, and he runs it up toward the rim, trying to clean up his own miss. It popcorn's out, and it belongs to Memphis. So Cedric Coward is wearing a wire for us tonight.
If we play like us, nobody can beat us. It's that simple. Come in a game with that urgency and that intensity, and like we know we've been doing the last two games, the only thing that matters right now is this first 10 minutes, and then the next. All right, here we go.
Cedric Coward sounding like a true veteran, coming in with, of course, a year of NBA experience under his belt. The reason why he's the leader in that huddle, and more importantly, all the younger players tuning in, listening to what he has to say.
Cryer gets fouled here on the drive to the edge of the lane. Look, you've been talking about Coward all day long. Like, we've been having conversations in and out about what we might see tonight, and I don't think there has been a conversation where you didn't mention Cedric Coward.
At 28 points, 9 of 19, 4 of 10 from 3, 4 of 5 from the free throw line to go along with 6 rebounds and 5 assists in their semifinal matchup. Of course, we're going to talk about Cedric Coward a lot, and he hasn't really been the one getting the offense started for the Grizzlies in this championship game.
Well, that's a muscled up shot there off the step through. Leger Jones, the Seminole, on the finish.
Leger Jones had a very strong senior campaign in Luke Laut's debut year for Florida State.
Kubert down the pipe, can't finish. Had some resistance from Ulbrich at the rim. Cryer's on the gas here and lost control. Couple early turnovers here for the Warriors. Deep three off the right side. Don't look at your hands.
That's all right. Cameron Boozer has some equity. He shot 40% from 3 at Duke. So an air ball every now and then doesn't hurt.
Disrupted, but Lindenborg sinks the three.
I watched the video of me getting drafted about like 1,546 times, but I mean, other than that, that's the only reflecting I've had. Like every day I've had something to do. Today was the longest day of my life. Yeah, no reflecting.
this as Yaxel Lendeborg hits another three. 3 for 3 from downtown for the number 11 overall pick. He's got 9.
One thing I'm hoping to show the coaches would be I got a little bit of Magic Johnson to my game, you know what I mean? So, I mean, if they want to play me off the pick and roll when Steph's tired or getting double teamed, I feel like I can handle that and like throw a couple of dimes. My defensive ability, being able to guard everybody, you know, that's something I try to take pride in. Every day's been very fun, very interesting. Some were long, some were short, but it's been fun. I've learned so much through the process. Trying to be 1% better every day. I'm trying to just become a better person overall, figure out who I am, and just continue to keep growing.
Extra effort. Lendeborg ain't missing that.
Welcome back to the Las Vegas Summer League Championship. I spoke to Yaxel Lendeborg pregame. I asked him his mentality heading into tonight's game. He said, I want to be aggressive. I want to start the game out and attack. He said, I've been kind of pacing myself to start games. No pacing tonight. He said, I want to leave it all out on the floor, guys.
Vanessa, one of the things I've got an opportunity to spend some time with Yaxel last summer at the Jason Tatum Elite Camp and also the Nike Academy. And Yaxel has a different level of joy in playing this game. Did you notice that when you got a chance to talk with them earlier?
Absolutely. I noticed it on draft night. We were able to talk to him, Amon Shumpert, Brian Windhorst, and I on our Hoop Streams show. He was so fun, so excited. We all saw his reaction when he was drafted, genuinely tears in his eyes. So he's somebody that just loves this game. He seems to just love to hoop, and you got to love that.
Yeah, Yaxel took a different route to get here, Sean. So he's a guy that understands that this is a privilege, it's not a right, and he treats it as such each and every time he steps on the court.
I'm eager to get more to know more about him, that's for sure. Here's Cooper off the spin. Tough 13 footers down. Cameron Boozer has a headset on for us over on the Grizzlies bench. Cam High, Sean Kelly, Corey Alexander across the floor from you. Congratulations on making the championship game tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Number 55. Well, I've known you a long time, so I know you're not concerned about making it to the game. You're more concerned about winning it. And you won pretty much every step, everywhere you've been. How important is this Summer League championship for you?
It's very important. You know, we came here to win. It's a championship game. It's a high-intensity game. And, I mean, while we're not playing to lose, so it's very important to me.
By the way, happy birthday a day late, Cam.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
I got to ask, who's older? You okay?
I'm older.
Yeah. 1 minute?
1 minute, yeah.
There you go.
Man, that's a quick turnaround, man. 1 minute. Cam, I'm curious. I know it's a short amount of time, but in any way, are you different tonight than you were when you walked into Las Vegas at the start of NBA Summer League?
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I feel the same.
Yeah, I mean, as far as maybe picking something up about playing this style of game at the NBA level.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a great feeling getting out here playing with the Memphis jerseys on. But, I mean, I feel the same. I feel confident. I felt ready coming in. So it's been a great experience so far in the championship game. And got to come up with the win tonight.
Well, Cam, last question for you. The number 27, what's the meaning behind it?
My mom worked in college, so I decided to go with it.
Sounds good, my man. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Good luck.
Have a good run. Thanks, Cam. Cam right to the scorer's table. I mean, seriously.
He was waiting for us to let him go.
I got it. Why would he get a dead ball? Because then we'd be in trouble. Coward for 3. Splashed it home. I mean, the way he shoots with confidence right now, Corey.
His maturity is showing up so much in this summer league. And how about this, Sean? Oh,
Smith, hello.
Nice play by Smith, attacking the basket, absorbing the contact, able to finish through the contact, opportunity for a three-point play. Is after the made shot, Smith getting downhill, putting the pressure on the Grizzlies defense to get their defense back in set, but can't build that wall around the basket.
Davon Smith, maybe 6 foot tall, at the line here to the right. G League experience last year. Well traveled during his college days, 4 different teams, programs, or as they say in Alabama, program. But Smith, you know, a variety of experiences will translate here.
That's the norm now.
I understand. I understand.
It used to be a rarity. Now that's the norm.
Well, he's got their last 5 right now. Here's Boozer into the paint. Off the turnaround. Can't get the touch. Another chance in on the tap out. Attacks the goal this time and finishes.
And more second chance points. Another offensive rebound for Cameron Boozer, who always has the stick-to-itiveness. And again, he is elite, an elite talent. But the way that he plays and how hard he plays is what separates him from the rest.
Smith again to the rack. 7 straight points. Timeout Memphis as a result. So the Grizzlies have a 9-2 second chance advantage. But the advantage for the Warriors right now is Davon Smith.
Davon Smith getting downhill, putting pressure on the Grizzlies defense, trying to keep him out of the paint, and they've been unsuccessful on the last 2 possessions.
The 3rd pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Cameron Boozer from Duke University.
Hard work, never let nobody tell you can't do something special.
The Memphis Grizzlies select Kyle Lowry of Villanova University.
And a career high for Kyle Lowry, 43 points.
He is the definition of pugnacious. He's made himself into a perennial all-star.
Can never underestimate the heart of an NBA champion like Kyle Lowry.
What a shot by Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry, the all-time franchise leader in assists.
Lowry falling away. Got it! Kyle Lowry drills the jumper.
Standing ovation for the greatest Raptor of all time, Kyle Lowry.
Don't miss WNBA All-Star Weekend on ESPN and ABC. It starts Friday with the Shooting Stars competition and the three-point contest at 8 Eastern on ESPN. Then the All-Star Game comes your way Saturday, 8:30 on ABC. You can stream both nights on Disney Plus and the ESPN app. With Vanessa Richardson and Corey Alexander, Sean Kelly back with you from the Thomas & Mack Center. We're playing for a championship tonight. Good start for Memphis and the ball with a 5-point lead.
But the Warriors have responded. They've got 9 points off the bench.
Yeah, and it's Davon Smith with 7 of those 9. Isn't that right?
Yeah, it is. And speaking of scoring the rock, especially at the smaller guard position, Small now with 8 points. And he's been a big scorer against these Warriors as well as throughout Summer League.
Guess who's going back to the hole? Have a night so far.
You know, at some point you may have to think about trapping him because anytime he gets a screen, he's going to get downhill.
He's got the last 9 for Golden State. Coward trying to finish right of the rim. Cleared out of there by Lendeborg. Tried to thread the needle and just missed. Ike on the streak to the cup.
But that's a thing that will happen when you get that chemistry. Ike not even recognizing that Lendeborg was throwing that basketball and passing it to him in transition. If Ike's looking for that one, it most likely results in a dunk.
Chance McMillan in for his first run. He's defending Small up top. Short roll to Boozer. Met in the lane with some resistance. Keeping his verticality was Ike. Richard to Lendeborg, and the lane is good. And you may see that during the regular season.
Yeah, not a traditional fast break, but it results in 2 points, and that's the only concern for the Warriors.
Richard and Lendeborg on the floor for the first time tonight together. These are a couple of guys, the 2 most recent NCAA champs. Gobert to the rim. Nice euro to the rack to finish off the window.
Yeah, the nice pump fake to get Ike in the air, thinking the shot was going up, the additional step.
Think about this. Cryer's out there too. Richard, Cryer, and Lendeborg, as Richard throws it away here, all have played on the biggest stage in college basketball. They all come into this championship tonight having won at some point an NCAA championship. Cryer had 2 cracks at it, did it with Baylor, failed to do so against Richard and the Gators 2 years ago.
And Lendeborg attempting to be only the 2nd player ever to win a national championship in college and win a summer league championship at the NBA level back in 2015. Tyus Jones was able to do it at Duke and with Minnesota Timberwolves.
Boozer trying to lead Hendricks here, and foul called. We mentioned Brett Haskell is our crew chief tonight. Nate Kearley and Chalisa Painter also on the whistle tonight. This is a big night for the officials as well. Culmination of their work and the evaluation that went into this year's Summer League here in Las Vegas. Lindeberg with a steal. And with contact, lays it up and in. I mean, absolutely trucked Javon Small.
That was not trucked. He barely nipped him.
Come on.
And Small was trying to lean into Lindeberg on that possession. Great job by the officials not making a call on that possession.
Shaq runs it up over the bigs, in and out. That did everything but go in.
By the way, this group of officials are one of the best groups in the G League. Oftentimes see them during the G League playoffs and finals. So glad to see them getting the promotion here to Summer League Championship.
And Cryer kept it in play here in a double dive to the floor.
Now, Yaxel Lindeberg doing a tremendous job. You think this is trucked? Are you kidding me, Sean Kelly? They barely touched him.
All right, next dead ball, you go out there and
I've got 2 new hips. I don't go out there anymore. Those days are over for me. And I would have got out the way much earlier.
Andre Iguodala yesterday was on the semifinal coverage with our good friends at Amazon Prime. And he talked about how he figured out in his career, I'm not taking hits like that anymore.
No, it only takes one.
Shaq a little long here. How about Boozer hustling it off the baseline? Small for 3, a little strong. And Cryer will settle it down here. Shot clock's dark.
Cryer, the veteran, will make sure that the Warriors get the last shot of the quarter. You don't want to give the Grizzlies the basketball back with an opportunity to build on their lead.
Cryer from the top of the key. Knocked it down. 3.6 on the clock.
They'll win a little early. Gives the Grizzlies a chance.
Hendricks misses at the horn. 1-point game at the end of the first.
Strong first quarter for both these teams. Davon Smith attacking the basket. Off to a great start offensively. And Cedric Howard with the step-back 3-ball. Corner pocket.
Welcome back. I'm joined now by Davon Smith. And Davon, 9 points for you so far. How were you able to come in and really make an immediate impact?
Just staying ready. You know, my teammates have got me ready for these moments. I haven't played every game. You know, this is an opportunity to, you know, showcase my talent and everything I work for. I just give credit to my teammates, you know, my hard work and God.
Defensively, what's the key against a Grizzlies team that has a lot of guys that can get hot?
Those guys are well coached. They play very fast, you know, keeping them out the paint and then making them shoot the shots we want them to shoot.
Davon, thank you.
No problem, thank you.
Guys.
And Vanessa, thank you. Grizzlies led by as many as 8 in the first. Warriors have yet to see a lead. Smith couldn't finish this time. Again, he was a big part of the Warriors' attack in the first. Corey, what else did you take away from the opening 10 minutes?
Well, we just saw a different coverage from the pick-and-roll standpoint against Smith because he was able to have so much success. But that's what I saw in that first quarter. Davon Smith able to get to his spots, attacking downhill, forcing the Grizzlies to change. My guy, Eric Schmidt, over there coaching up the Grizzlies during their summer league and changing the coverage after watching Davon get downhill early and often.
Yeah, he's only missed one time. You just saw the miss.
And that was the second pick and roll of that possession. The first one, they did a tremendous job defending it. The second couldn't keep him out of the paint once again.
There's Boozer. There's a skip pass over the top. Little pump fake by Hendricks, but runs into EK. And a step on the boundary will be a turnover here for the Grizzlies.
And those are the plays that Hendricks, after Boozer draws the double team, Hendricks won't hesitate to take that shot. We've already seen him knock down the 3-ball earlier. By putting it on the floor, he gets himself in trouble and ends up turning it over.
A little higher on the pickup point here by the Grizzlies as well.
Max Prosper taking on the challenge of guarding LJ Cryer. Cryer's got started well with 2 threes, and now you see both of the smaller guards on the floor for the Warriors because they've done pretty much all the offense.
Shot clock at 4. Here's EK over the shoulder and hooks it in. First lead for Golden State.
And EK with 16 points in that semifinal matchup. Did a tremendous job in the painted area, 6 of 10 from the floor, but also had 11 rebounds in that matchup.
Boozer for 3 straight away. A little much. Cryer comes out of there with it, puts a defender on his back, finds Leons ahead for the layup. I don't know how he saw him.
L.J. Cryer limping back down the floor. Boozer's able to get the dunk, but concern for L.J. Cryer right now, limping around. I believe they're going to get a sub in for him.
They'll use a timeout to do it. Stopping play at 8:18 to go in the first half. That's a big situation right now in the championship game for the Warriors.
With the 11th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select Yaxel Lendeborg from the University of Michigan.
Welcome back to Vegas. Timeout called here by the Warriors to get Cryer out of the game, Corey, because of this.
He gets tripped up on Hendricks' foot, but you watch his right foot as he steps on the foot of LeJay Jones, and that's the one that did the damage. L.J. Cryer averaging 15 points per game in Vegas Summer League, and someone who, talking with Raymond Ritter, of course, the superb public relations manager for the Golden State Warriors, let us know that Cryer could find himself with minutes this year, especially with the injuries to Moses Moody, Jimmy Butler, who most likely won't start the season. Cryer could absolutely be in the rotation.
Lob to the rim, alley-oop dunk, thrown down. And on the finish, Malachi Leons.
But once again, Davon Smith making plays. This time as they take him out of the offensive action, he's able to find Leons over the top of the lob.
Cooper with the dribble handoff here. Reset the floor with Small at the top. John Hendricks back in front of his own bench. And he's got a good look again. He loves shooting off that right wing.
But that's the same shot that he passed on the previous possession when Boozer threw the skip pass. Hendricks has a lot of confidence in that shot. He's got to know when to let it go.
First rounder from a couple years ago involved in the Jaren Jackson trade. And Leons again at the rim to finish, this time off the spin. And Memphis wants to talk.
But Eric Smith is not happy at all about Davon Small getting to his spots, even with the hard hedge to try to keep him out of the painted area. They forget about the screener for the easy bucket as we get a great look walking down the strip and some rings and things.
It's my brother Caden, my brother Kermani, my twin brother, and my older brother. It's the boys, man. I wouldn't be here without these two, my parents, so shout out to them, man. In our family, we all just want to reach the highest levels of whatever we're doing. We're competitors, we want to win, and it's what it takes to get here. His biggest inspiration to get here was just wanting to be great. And I think watching my dad, the teams he played for was part of growing my love for the game. That was a big part of me getting here. This kid probably hoped he would be in the NBA. I don't think he knew, but he's here now. I mean, honestly, I can't even explain the feeling. It's been a dream of mine my whole life. It was just amazing, honestly. You're going to look good in the Grizzly jersey.
God, I knew it. Where did you guys get the picture? Now that everybody saw it. I was swaggy, though. Like, you can't say I was not swaggy. I got the hat. I feel like I've been swaggy since I was born. I'm still swaggy now. I've tried a lot of different styles. You know, some were a miss, but never in my life would I have thought that I'd be able to be a professional athlete playing basketball, representing my country and my mom in this way. This kid thought that he would be playing video games for a living. She literally forced me to play basketball. Just being able to keep that dream alive and let the spirit live, it means everything. We did it. About to play in the NBA. Congratulations.
We got some good looks that didn't fall. We're okay. Defensive end, that was a tough shot. But we're kind of making it a little hard on ourselves. Just make the simple play. If somebody's in the post, we got to have a cutter. We can't have 4 guys out. It doesn't matter who cuts. If somebody cut and get in the dunker.
I love the message from Cedric Coward. The only problem I didn't like is what he said. We're kind of making it harder. As he grows in this game and becomes even more veteran as he knocks down the 3-ball, great execution out of the timeout, kind of will get out of that sentence. We're making it harder on ourselves, and he'll have a little more bass in his voice in year 2 and 3.
He's on his way to being a leader. And just speaking up is leadership in itself. And if you look back to last summer, you kind of get the reasons why Memphis traded up to get him at 11.
By the way, you just said kind of.
I kind of know what I'm doing. That's open for debate. Maxence Prosper with the missed 3. Davon Smith out of there with it. Jones directing traffic, and a little jiu-jitsu working here between Cooper and Ulbrich. Hendricks back in pretty quick. There was a very short rest for him on the Memphis side.
Well, they
Lendeborg back on the floor.
Got to get Small a little bit of a break. But these 2 guys have been special, especially from beyond the 3-point arc throughout this game. Both Small and Hendricks with multiple 3s made. But if you look at the field goal attempts, 32 field goal attempts for the Grizzlies to only 22 from the Warriors.
Nice slip by Ulrich and draws a foul from the help defender.
But the Warriors have made 15 of their 22 shots, shooting at 68.2%.
Efficient.
Oh, you're very efficient. I would agree.
Do you kind of agree, or do you agree?
No, I fully agree. No kind in the mix.
Kind in the mix. With Robinson. One great story about Robinson, by the way. You know, he was the assistant to the head coach, and then now has become an assistant coach over the last 2 years. He gets in the organization under Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr, from what I've been told, I find this to be very accurate, loves developing young guys in the game who want to take roles.
From what you've been told, we talk to Steve Kerr all the time on our ESPN radio gigs. We've had a million Golden State games. What do you mean from what you've been told? You talk to Steve Kerr all the time.
I do, but we've never had a direct conversation about it. Hey, Steve, by the way, tell me more about your philosophy on developing young assistant coaches.
He's normally mocking P.J. Carlissimo. I mean, that's his go-to.
It's almost too easy. By the way, we wish P.J. the best. We wish he was with us this week. My wallet is thankful he's not.
P.J. picks up the tab most of the time.
He does. 1 point affair here, despite that very efficient shooting by the Warriors, and now Memphis back on top just like that.
But Cedric Coward being much more aggressive after that timeout. You hear him talking to his team, but again, we love his actions. It's not all about what he's saying. It's about what he's doing.
Smith put it on the shoulder of his teammate, and that's going to be a turnover here. This is messy to the other end. Meshack trying to finish is going to get fouled by Yaxel Lendeborg. My Meshack out of Riverside, California. It's 23 now. Saw enough of him in that Tennessee Sherbert Orange. Download the NBA app for full Summer League coverage. Tap to watch games live. Follow stats and highlights of your favorite rookies and go behind the scenes with the next generation of stars. Download the app today. Shaq's in time with a two-way deal. Missed the free throw here. Smith is out of there with it, and Smith has got a bigger responsibility now with Cryer on the sideline. We have yet to get an update on his ankle here in the first half.
Smith continues to be aggressive, driving downhill, and that time a great pass but Richard unable to finish on the reverse.
Boozer in transition. And a takedown, a loose ball foul in the paint here as the ball came off the front of the rim.
Yeah, I believe Ulbrich will pick that one up as Cedric Coward's going in to try to get an offensive rebound.
There's L.J. Cryer returning. Here's another look.
Get a look at Ulbrich as he allows Coward to pretty much run past him, but then decides to grab him at the last minute. Looked a lot worse in full speed than it does in.
The Australians are not afraid to be a little physical. Okay?
I mean, that's where you play rugby. You can't be afraid.
Boozer unable to finish. Boozer in this one 2 for 7 now with 4 points. Here's the matchup.
That's a win for Boozer, forcing Lindenberg to settle on the perimeter.
Coward a bit out of control, loses the handle. Long outlet pass. Richard 2-on-1 here. Hesitated, and the ball popped out of his hands. He'll save it at half court. Richard off the crossover. Find the shooter. Couldn't finish it.
Beautiful split from Richard to get into the painted area. Makes the right read. Just unable to get the 3 to go, but that's the type of ball movement you love to see, especially if you're a Warriors fan.
It was what Richard did in Las Vegas last year that got him a spot with the Golden State Warriors, and he went on to play 69 games. And here's what I'm thinking. It's not as much on the floor. You mentioned Raymond Ritter. Raymond called me after Summer League, knowing that I had spent the season with Will Richard at Florida. He said, Will Richard conducted himself as a pro. He was great with the media, great with his teammates. Is that the real thing? I said, that's exactly who Will Richard is. And so the Warriors left Las Vegas last year with that impression of Will Richard off the floor that helped him get to camp and be a member of the team.
Absolutely. And again, when you're talking about guys coming in and trying to find their way onto a roster and into the rotation, being a great teammate absolutely helps. You have to have the support of guys like Steph Curry and Draymond Green to be able to get into the rotation and allow Steve Kerr to trust you, which is the important thing for all young players coming into the NBA.
A couple of subs coming in. There's Raymond Ritter. Would you say he was the best public relations?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the best. And there's going to be a few people that might be upset about that, but you know what? Raymond brings me M&Ms. So when it's all said and done, every time you check into the hotel doing a Golden State game, Raymond brings me peanut M&Ms. And I'm sorry, I can be bought.
No, just game recognizes.
I mean, that's it. He's the best.
Partner, we had a crisply played first quarter. We're in the mud a little bit here in the second. Is there some kind of reason why we've gotten disjointed?
Well, both teams have felt each other out. They understand what their opponent is trying to accomplish, how they want to do it. So now with the scouting report being more realistic, they've stepped up the level of physicality, which we've seen a few more whistles.
Cryer draws a switch defensively, finds Lindenberg. Shot clock down to 2. To the rack, laying up, in and one.
So special. We called out the possession earlier where Cameron Boozer was able to force Yaxel Lindenberg into a rush 3-point shot. This time, Yaxel does not settle, drives at baseline, gets downhill, absorbs the contact, and able to finish. An opportunity for a 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
Second foul on Boozer. If you've been watching the Summer League all week, we've had the special free throw rules in effect. We call them the G League free throw rules. Not so tonight in the championship game. 3-point play the old-fashioned way there. We'll see guys shoot their free throws as you normally would during an NBA regular season game. Step back for Boozer. A little short. He's had some looks. He's just not quite gotten it going yet. He's missed 6 times.
But that's what Cedric Coward was talking about in the huddle. He made it clear that they've gotten good looks. Just haven't been able to knock them down. Just stick with the script.
Lindenberg, second chance. Good.
And that's one of the things you love about Yaxel. His emotion. And he wears it on his sleeve. He lets you know how important it is not only to be successful at this game, but to love it and be able to play it.
7-0 run working for Golden State. Boozer for 3. That'll help.
Great find by Small. The nice read off of pick and roll coverage. As you see the low man tag, the roller, you know that opposite side is going to be open, delivers a strike, and Boozer's able to knock down the 3-ball.
Skip pass for Cryer. Out of the corner for the lead. Got it. I think the ankle's just fine here for LJ.
I believe so. And now you're starting to see the reason why these were the two best teams in Summer League this year, the way they share the basketball.
Lob to the rim, and an alley-oop dunk finished there by Coop.
And another example of sharing the sugar. Small with back-to-back plays to set his teammates up for success.
5 rebounds now for Small, a rebounding guard to help set that up. The whistle will stop play at 1:36 to go here in the first half. One double-figure score. That's Cryer. He's got 11. Small started hot. He has 8.
But both those guys you're talking about, Cryer and Small, both walking a little gingerly. Small paying attention to something after the last possession.
Cryer finds EK, puts it up over Cooper and got contact. He'll go to the line. 2 free throws coming at 1:28.
Easy call for Brent Haskell on that one. Cooper just a little too aggressive getting to the body of EK in the midst of his, I don't know if that was a hook shot, we'll call it a push shot. Regardless, too much contact sends EK to the free throw strike.
EK double-double in the semifinal yesterday, the win over the Lakers.
And for the record, the free throw rule still applies.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Until we get to the final.
Until the final 2 minutes of the game. So that one shot was for 2 points for Graham EK.
Small again trying to get a 6th assist, and Cooper trying to climb the ladder draws a foul.
Yeah, EK didn't want to see another lob going above his head. Small doing a great job penetrating the painted area, tossing it up. But the contact doesn't allow Cooper to get to the rim. He's going to have to earn it at the free throw strike.
Out of Bradenton, Florida, Michigan State product, knocks it down for 2. Back to a 1-point affair.
Now, this is the versatility of a Yaxel Lindenborg, his ability to be able to play 94 feet, find his teammates. Thought that would be an assist, but now the second chance points. Said Will Richard getting in the mix?
It's his first bucket, yes, sir, and his second rebound.
But look at the other end. Cameron Boozer facilitating, and that's one of the things you get, the versatility of both these players. Taken in the lottery, have the ability to play that point forward spot. So not guys that are only looked at as power forwards, but point forwards as well.
Duke looked pretty good when he would handle it outside the arc, didn't they?
Well, he led him in assists.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, they looked really good when he was handling the basketball.
Deep shot clock 3, knocked down for Coward.
And the Grizzlies look really good when Cedric Coward is getting looks.
3-point shots a factor now. Grizzlies have 9 made threes to Golden State's 3. Lindenborg trying for 1. Soft off the front of the rim. Cleared here by Memphis.
You could call that a 2-for-1 attempt from Yaxel Lindenborg. Not really enough time there to go 2-for-1, but still a possibility that they get the basketball back with a short clock.
Golden State looking to have this thing tied. Small for 3 in the lead. Rebound. Ricochets off Richard. To Leon's at the horn. He's short, and we're no better than when we started. All tied at 47 here. Coward with 11, Cryer with 11. Those are your leaders here at the break.
Great action in the first half. Cameron Boozer knocking down the 3-ball. And on the other end of the floor, Yaxel showing his strength, able to get to the rim and finish.
Tricking it up on paying a bill. That's just how I do the sauce and a spill. These
championship night here in Las Vegas. Got a great crowd, and we have a tie ball game here with 2 quarters to play. Rings and trophy on the line. Welcome back inside the Thomas & Mack Center. Both teams back on the floor. We wait the start of the third quarter. And Corey, I want to shine a spotlight a little bit here on Jaxo Lendeborg. His first half of play. What did you see? What was his impact through the first 2 quarters?
Well, I love the way he competed to start with. I love the way he was defending, guarding Cameron Boozer, a young man who has beaten him twice, once at Duke and once earlier this week. So Jaxo locked in on the defensive end of the floor, meeting Boozer with physicality and challenging him on every possession. And of course, we know Jaxo can get the job done on the offensive end of the floor. Getting out in transition, able to finish, and then driving to the rim, finishing through contact for the and one. 9 first half points for Lendeborg, but also doing the job defensively.
No doubt. He's a big reason why that the Warriors are winning the paint 32-18. That's at both ends of the floor. So 47-47, and Golden State's got the first touch here in the third quarter. Both teams 4-1 in their 5 games here in Las Vegas.
Only loss for the Warriors was to the Grizzlies, and that was a 21-point beatdown on Tuesday. So the Warriors taking exception to that and trying to get some retribution.
Coward and Cryer in the foot race here for the tip ball. It'll stay with the Warriors and 9 on the shot clock.
You can see Cryer still a little gimpy on that ankle until he gets the ball in his hands.
Deep three up top. That's a good way to start the third for L.J. Cryer.
And that always makes you feel better. Cures whatever ails you.
He's got 4 threes now in the game. So both these teams kind of settled in, especially in the second quarter. As Corey pointed out, they kind of figured out, all right, here's the plan of attack on either side. And we'll see what it kind of look we get here in the third. Nice cut to the rim, and that's a tough finish right there.
But that was a nice possession for both teams. Defensively, Graham Ike switching, recognizing the mismatch, and picking up Boozer. But Boozer, once again, a beautiful find to the cutting Cedric Coward downhill.
Foul on Small, his second. Back to the look here from Excellence Prosper.
Oh, forgive me, that's Omax.
Yeah.
That got the layup. A nice cut by Omax, getting to the open area.
Native of Montreal. Here's Leons. And the running right hook is a good finish. 25 games of the Warriors and 6 games of Thunder during his NBA floor time. Hendricks from 3. And he did that in the first half on multiple occasions.
Yeah, Hendricks, that's too much space to give him off of a simple help. You don't want to help off a guy that's shooting the basketball as well as he is, giving him that much space from beyond the arc.
Trying to find Ike in the post. Boozer denying the pass. Nice on Prosper. And he'll send it toward the bench. It was not touched. Actually, they're going to change that up. It was, and there might be a foul on the wrist. Yeah, okay. There's a reason why that ball came flying out. Will Richard's going to pick up his first.
Omax getting out in transition off the Boozer steal, and you see the bump down low, forcing the turnover, what would have been a turnover without the call.
Small off the high screen from Hendricks. Snaps it back here, and Coward goes to work on Will Richard. Wraparound pass. Boozer, double pump 3, draws a foul.
That was a very late whistle, but you got to call that one.
Patient whistle.
Oh, is that what's called, the patient whistle? Okay. Cedric Coward with the penetration, and then the nice pump fake by Cameron Boozer to get Lendeborg in the air. Now, so here's the difference. During the regular season of the Summer League, you get 10 fouls. However, once you get into the playoff round, it goes back to the traditional 6 fouls. So foul trouble can be a part of this game, which is not throughout Summer League.
3 on Lendeborg now. Lendeborg for 3, trying to answer back, and does. That's a great response. Look, something doesn't go your way as a young player. What are you doing on your next touch?
Well, again, when you get the basketball, you're always looking for some get back, and that time Lendeborg gets it with 3.
Boozer versus Richard now. Got it out of his hands and ends up in the hands of Leons. Cryer walled off, lost the handle. Boozer on the break here. Prosper, Euros to the rim, reverse layup. No, cleaned up, second chance lay, and he followed the play, and Boozer's got another bucket. Leon's racing to the rim, trying to beat him back after the make and draws contact.
That's going to be 3 on Boozer as well. Trying to be physical and not allow Leons to have a straight line drive to the rim. But a little too strong for Cam and Boozer, who picks up his 3rd foul.
We wanted to see the 2 of them tangle. We got it.
Oh, yes. Well, and again, both these guys are high-level competitors, so they duck no smoke.
3 new players in for the Warriors at the dead ball. A couple subs for Memphis as well. And a story in the first half. Davon Smith is back on the floor as Leons knocks down his free throw, gives the Warriors a 3-point lead.
It'll be interesting to see how the Grizzlies defend Smith and pick and roll action with all the success that he had in the first half.
Well, they're making him work on the defensive end. Missed jumper from the mid-range there for Coward. And Smith's not going to let him get set up. He had a foot on the gas, now has to retreat a bit and get to the half court. Typical Warriors spacing the floor. They're all spread out. Jones to the rack, denied up top. Coward was there defending with Hendricks. Boozer recovers a slippery grab of the ball. To Hendricks, trailing 3 won't go. And cleared here by Olbrich. Jones gets deep, finds Leons off the side for 3, left it short. Well, still this 3-point affair. And more of the bench personnel on either side, and more subs coming. Coward, big long strides, gets deep enough to get his arms up and into the contact.
You see the immediate chemistry between Cameron Boozer and Cedric Coward. These guys were almost teammates last year. Cedric Coward entered the NBA draft after going into transfer portal and committing to the Duke Blue Devils. However, he was so good at the combine, there was no need to go back to college.
Yeah, just a near miss there for John Schneider. Think about what Duke would have been like with Coward.
Well, I'll tell you this. They wouldn't be teammates right now because they both would have been drafted. I mean, Boozer probably still would have been 3rd, but Coward would have been much higher. And the Grizzlies would not have had an opportunity to get him.
Jones tripped and fell on his own here. And numbers to the other end. Lob for the rim and a lay-in. Soft touch, some silky mitts by Cooper on the finish.
Yeah, great job by Cooper, because oftentimes if you see a lob on the same side, it's difficult to be able to bring that in. But Cooper with a nice touch around the rim to finish it off.
Usually when I'm jumping at the rim and it comes over my shoulder, I kind of have that same problem.
And then you wake up.
Quiet. Boozer battles, grabs the rebound here. Out to Coward. Coward gives it up. Cooper will work out of the corner here. Boozer's thinking about the deep 3. From the mid post, Hendricks with 5 to shoot, pushes it off the window and scores.
And that's the way you take advantage of the mismatch. Hendricks with the much smaller McMillian behind him is able to go right over the top for the easy bucket.
Hendricks with 13 now. 8-2 run working for Memphis. Halfway through the quarter. Two-man game on the same side here. Deep shot clock 3. Jones with a contest. Can't finish. Cooper able to clear it for Memphis. Back and forth game here. The biggest lead of any side was 8 back in the first half. Boozer for 3. That's pretty.
That's unfair. A guy that big and strong.
Yeah.
But with the perimeter skill that he has, and that's what people compare him to his dad. Of course, it's a natural. Smith continues to be aggressive, getting downhill. But you talk about the comparison between Cameron Boozer and his dad. Their games are nothing alike. Carlos was a back-to-the-basket guy. Cam is a face-up, step-back, three-point shooting, point forward.
Well, don't sweat the technique.
Hoops for Kids transforms moments on the court into real support for organizations helping Bay Area youth throughout the year. We're thankful for the continued support from Salesforce and Toby Philanthropies, which has helped the Golden State Community Foundation contribute more than $56 million towards education and youth development since 2012.
Jake, keep attacking. Keep attacking. Other side, Trey. Stay aggressive, guys. You good? Hey, now you had the right layup on the right side, yo. Hey, Blue, we know what he gonna say. He gonna say we gotta get back. He gonna say we gotta talk a little bit more. Hey, you all right? Hey, those are great looks. Amazing looks. Let's go, Blue. Hey. Hey, that's that midi. That's the shot. That's the shot. Don't pass that up. Oh, my. Oh, yak. Oh! That's my point guard right there. That's my point guard right there. Woo! Get out my bag, Jake. Get out my bag, Jake. Get out my bag, Jake. Take that corner. I got that corner. Yeah, Scotty. Be ready to shoot, Jake. If that happened again and you on him, I'm gonna try to call you switch out to mine. You gonna show him the bounce? You gonna show him the bounce? Jake, 7 quick ones. Let's go.
Don't miss WNBA All-Star Weekend on ESPN and ABC. It starts Friday with the Shooting Stars competition and the three-point contest at 8 Eastern on ESPN. And the All-Star Game comes your way Saturday at 8:30 on ABC. You can stream both nights on Disney Plus and the ESPN app. Paige Becker's at 25 today, by the way.
Yes, again, I was ready to pass Paige the torch for being the best young player in the W until Caitlin messed around and had 45 and 10 Friday night, and I had to reconsider. But how about Davon Smith? The offensive rebound, the reverse layup, second chance points. He scored 4 points alone on that possession.
Each side's got 4 in double figures, and Smith there amongst the trees. Small to Hendricks, shoveled it, block to block, and a reverse and a foul. Finds Cooper at the line for an old-fashioned three-point play. I'm impressed with what Cooper's been able to do around the rim.
Well, I love the pump fake to start, but then to recognize where he was on the floor and go with the reverse, the nice pass, pump fake, go reverse. Only thing that would have been better is if Lindenborg would have fouled him, because, of course, you know that Michigan State thing. That runs deep.
What's the value of 137 career games in college for a guy like Carson Cooper?
Experience, age, and you've seen a lot of things before.
Offensive foul. Lindenborg will pick up his fourth on an illegal screen at the top of the arc.
And once again, you do not get 10 fouls in the playoff round, so therefore, Yaxel Lindenborg is now in foul trouble.
Well, yeah, and what does Khalid Robinson do with that now? With 3:35 to go in the third. On the floor for the moment. Boozer works toward him and kicks it over to Small. Boozer with the rebound, back to Small here. Reset the half court, 10 to shoot. Pick and roll with Cooper. Dunked it home on the alley-oop.
And although the Grizzlies do get a bucket on that possession, Graham Ike is at the scorer's table, ready to come in for Lindenborg. When you know that, as Boozer develops in his maturity, he will just attack Lindenborg. How about that? Davon Smith, though, going up with his second consecutive offensive rebound putback and challenging Cameron Boozer at the rim, the quicker second jump.
Shout out Grayson High School, by the way. Got to show them some love on a play like that. Boozer, ISO here. Cooper couldn't get a hold of it going over the top. Will Richard advancing in it. And swinging it. Back into the hands of Smith. Little Globetrotter stuff here. Smith comes away with it. To McMillan. Flicks it to the rim. Rims off. Memphis somehow gets a stop in that mess.
I'm not sure the Grizzlies recognize the 4 fouls.
Cooper!
On that possession, there's no need to recognize it. When you get out in transition, the nice push by Javon Small to find Cooper for the easy finish.
6-point lead now. Another turnover for Golden State. Small drops it off. Boozer takes the hit. He'll go to the line. Was that Smith who decided to body up Cam Boozer?
Yeah, Smith got himself together on that one. Got his legs underneath him. He knew it was going to be a challenge if he hits Boozer. But Cooper running the floor. Now 8 points for Cooper alone in this third quarter.
How the camp has been so far? It's super fun. Fun? Yeah.
Bringing it to a close tonight. Championship on the line. Once again, Las Vegas has served us well. They've been a great home for all of us here during the NBA Summer League. And tonight we'll crown a new champion. It'll be either the Grizzlies, obviously, or the Warriors. And these two guys have had a large say in who might get those rings at the end of the night.
They have to this point, and I'm sure they will. But Lindeborg with 4 fouls. So having to sit right now as Cameron Boozer goes to the free throw stripe, trying to add to the lead for the Grizzlies.
Don't think it'll be too long, speaking of Las Vegas, where we will be here for regular season games.
It's 28-29 season, right?
Kind of what they're thinking.
Okay.
Yes. Nothing set in stone yet. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Golden State looking for a good push here to end the quarter. Memphis has controlled much of the period. We were tied at the start of the second half. Leon's with 5 to shoot, behind the back. Needs a friend. Smith along 2. Memphis' defense there made it uncomfortable for Golden State.
Well, that's what you love. Coming out of a timeout, locking in on the defensive side of the floor, getting a stop and trying to increase the lead. Now you've got a mismatch with Boozer in the painted area, but because the Grizzlies don't have shooting at that 5 spot, it's often easy for EK to help off.
Deep shot clock finish for Prosper. Largest lead now for Memphis. This actually ties it. Seven to shoot. Out of the dunker spot, trying to throw uphill. Richard trying to save the possession. It does.
In the right place at the right time. Will Richard able to pick up what would have been a turnover and knock down the 3 ball to get the lead back down to 5.
So Memphis will space it here. Get multiple looks here in the final 40 seconds. Sinking Boozer to the high post. Digging help. Third defender comes in, and they still foul Boozer. He had a primary defender, a digging guard, and then the help defender, and finds himself at the free throw line.
But he has great patience and he has great vision. So when you think about defending Cameron Boozer, he's always looking to see where's the open guy. But once no one commits to double team, he's going to be in attack mode. That time able to get the contact from Graham EK.
All right, Lindeborg back in with 4 fouls.
This is only for an offensive possession to end the quarter.
Duly noted.
But if you get the basketball back with him on the floor, especially for a Cameron Boozer or a Cedric Coward, you want to attack Yaxel Lindeborg. Don't allow him to stay on the floor with 4 fouls and be able to get away with hiding on a lesser offensive performer.
Boozer's got 7 in the quarter now, 14 total. No urgency really here from the Warriors. There was a slight window for 2 for 1. Didn't take advantage of it. Richard for 3 again. That one's off the mark. Shot clock's dark.
That's bad clock management. You give the Grizzlies way too much time to get a quality look.
They shack over to Boozer. 4-3. Deep clock fake for Boozer. Largest lead for the Grizzlies. Richard tied up at half court. No call. And Memphis with a double-digit lead heading to the 4th.
That's an ill-advised 3 for the Warriors that ends up with Cameron Boozer knocking down the 3 ball close to the 3rd quarter buzzer.
Back joined now by Taylor Hendricks. Taylor, it was a physical 3rd quarter. How did you all use that physicality to your advantage and go on a run there?
I mean, we're a big and strong team, so, you know, if they want to play physical, then, you know, it's going to be to our favor.
You are 1 quarter away from a Summer League championship. What's the key to sealing the deal?
Just locking in on what we know we have to do. You know, we've been doing our principles this whole Summer League, so just staying solid in that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys.
Vanessa, thanks. Little battles between those 2 guys. Lendeborg wins one on the defensive end, can't get the 3 to go. This ball game, by the way, if you're just joining us, was tied at 47 at halftime, but a 29-19 advantage for the Grizz in quarter number 3. And no shot foul on the floor, says Brent Haskell.
And that was the rip-through move, so you're not going to get a shot for 3 on that one. A rule that was established about 3 to 4 years ago. This is not an initial shot attempt, so as you rip through, you don't get free throws because of it.
Meshack on the move from the wing. Reverse layup down. Meshack, nice finish. You like that?
I did.
Cryer looking for another one. He's had multiple threes, having a little flat. Chases down his own miss. Receives the dish from the big. Lendeborg into Boozer. Find the open Richard. And a foul on the tap-in attempt by Ike.
Yeah, strong play there by Ike. Trying to squeeze in between 2 Memphis Grizzlies defenders. Attempting to box him out and keep him off the glass, but Ike not to be denied.
Pretty good run at Wyoming for Ike. Pretty good run here in Las Vegas for Graham Ike as well. Coming off a double-double.
You going to skip the run at Gonzaga?
No.
Because that was a great run.
That was a great run, yes. I mean, the foundation, really. Again, I could use half the quarter rattling off the different institutions.
Oh, yeah. Well, only 2 for Graham Ike, so.
Partner, I had a game earlier today where I saw a player in the last 7 years be a part of 15 different teams between pro and college.
Ooh, 15?
15.
That's a lot.
Boozer wrestles it to the rack. Can't finish. Leonzu tiptoes the boundary to keep it alive.
If there's one knock on Cameron Boozer's game, that's it. His ability to finish amongst more athletic players, especially in the post.
Lendeborg out to Richard. And can we call him a vet? Knocks down the triple.
I mean, again, this isn't his first Summer League, so he's absolutely a Summer League vet.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if we want to give him veteran status at the NBA level quite yet.
No. Although Will Richard played 69 games last year for the Warriors. In his first career start, he recorded his NBA career high, 30 points.
It's not a bad day.
Boozer, strong to the finish. Oh, and there's some woofing going on now between Boozer and Lendeborg.
Oh, okay. That's what we're talking about. Lendeborg with a nice move.
3rd time's a charm.
That's it.
Okay, you can tell it's going to get cranked up now. 7 and change to go, right? Championships on the line. Even the crowd has a little bit of a bigger buzz to it.
Look at this. Boozer, a 6'10", snaking the screen, putting his defender in jail, doesn't decide to go to the rim and finish. But that's a skill you see from much smaller point guards. I believe all of these guys need a timeout. We seem to have a few guys that might be a little winded as subs are at the table.
Will Richard on the finish.
Will Richard doesn't want action to stop. He's gotten it going over the last couple possessions. 5 straight points for the national champ out of your University of Florida.
Richard can run for days. Boozer's going to have to endure something too. When Small induces a foul, we're going to get a hockey line change at the scorer's table. Back to Will Richard.
Driving baseline, the quickness, and then being physical to get to the other side of the rim, able to finish the reverse layup. Cameron Boozer caught in no man's land, not helping, but also not staying with the shooter, and ineffective defensively on that possession. I believe it had something to do with fatigue, as Boozer gets a break right now to get ready for this final stretch.
He played all the third and started the fourth. By the way, I know Will's parents, Helen and Al, are watching tonight, no doubt. Talk about championship game experience. Richard had 18 points, 8 boards in the championship game against Houston. Contact here. Stops play at 6:24. It allows Coward to come back in for the Grizzlies.
That championship game where Warriors guard L.J. Cryer was on that Houston team, correct?
He sure was. And Houston had Florida on the ropes in San Antonio. But you think about that team now. Will Richard, Elijah Martin.
Walter Clayton Jr. who's a member of the Memphis Grizzlies,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Walter's here tonight. He has not played throughout this summer league, but he's been on the roster. Smith trying to get it ahead to Richard. Ball saved right back to Smith. He's always on the spot.
And plays much larger than his physical stature. That's the 3rd time this half we've seen him getting buckets in the painted area over the trees.
Smith leads the Warriors in scoring now with 17. Gobert for 3, no good. That'll take us to a timeout. That clock goes down. The stakes go up.
All right, here we go, fans. We made it to the championship game.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
And the future is now in the NBA with the #1 pick of this past year's draft.
As far as Rookie of the Year, obviously I would love to win it, but I kind of just go out there and play and let that do the talking.
The flag on the fly. Oh, my! Flag with the tomahawk slam. That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, you're not supposed to come into the league doing it all from day one, but he did.
Oh, flag! Erased it up top.
What doesn't Cooper Flag do?
He's truly a special talent.
He looks like the Rookie of the Year to me.
All right, ball into Cooper with 46 points. A 3 would tie it. That's what he takes. Are you kidding me? He's got 49, and he is on a heater.
Cooper Flag is the future of the down back.
Such a special young player.
Which I know is what you care about the most.
For the flag! Didn't we say any more? Man,
Cameron Boozer picking up his production in the second half of this game, sprinting the floor, picking up second chance points, and then the step back 3-ball, showing off his touch from beyond the arc. Once again, the catch and shoot, and then backing down Jackson Lindenberg, using his physicality to score over the top as the two share a couple pleasantries. But Cameron Boozer right now, 19 points, has been much more productive on the offensive end in the second half.
10 of the 12 in the second half in the third quarter. He played the entire quarter. 82-77 now, 5:33 to go in the championship game.
And Lindenborg with 4 fouls. That's one of the things we got to keep notice of. Unlike the normal summer league games, you do foul out after 6 fouls. So Yaxel going to have to play the remaining 5:25 without getting into more foul trouble.
Ulrich able to get there on second chance. So it's a 13-6 advantage now for Golden State in the fourth quarter.
And now a 15-11 advantage in offensive rebounding in this game after the Grizzlies started out with an 8-3 advantage in the first quarter.
Coward on the turnaround. Can't hit the bank shot. Lindenborg will clear. Little zone here by Memphis, partner. Smith shoots off the perimeter. Car crash under the rim.
Now that's Smith's first 3-point field goal attempt of the game. He's done the majority of his damage getting into the painted area and getting downhill. That time the Grizzlies did a nice job defensively, forcing him to have to try to beat them from beyond the arc. Unsuccessful, but still 1.3 remaining on the shot clock.
Into Richard, trying to beat the shot clock, and a good rebound by Boozer. Better outlet to Prosper, and a flush at the other end.
But the recognition by Cameron Boozer to go grab that rebound, but more importantly, know that he had a teammate streaking down the floor.
4 assists now for Boozer. Step back here for Will. Good.
Will Richard picking it up offensively in this fourth quarter. Much more aggressive than what we saw from him early in the game.
He's got 8 in the quarter. Coward trying to answer, and does.
And Coward talking on the way back down the floor. I don't believe he was talking to Will Richard. I think he was talking more to himself on that possession.
Open for interpretation. Oh, Smith again with the picks.
Now that should have been Yaxel Lindenborg's 5th foul. He got away with one on that possession.
Short roll inside, kick to the corner. Prosper can't finish. And it belongs to the Warriors.
Yaxel Lindenborg fortunate to not get called on an offensive foul on that possession. Cameron Boozer just puts his hands up. That would have been a huge foul. That would have been 5 for Yaxel. No call on that possession. It's kind of a superstar. I mean, summer league superstar right now.
I was just going to say, he's getting whistled in November on that.
Yes. Oh, November, October. Preseason games as a rookie.
Ike trying to tap it in once, twice. Squirts out here, and it stays with Golden State. Three-point game. 2:58 to go. We'll get you a reset when we come back.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Inspired to inspire. That is just a message that I've been carrying around throughout my entire life. Being able to uplift these kids, give them the proper understanding of how to believe in yourself, because that's where it all starts, when it starts with them. Really just come together, galvanize for a greater cause.
I mean, it's the best part of the weekend. You know, to be with the kids, this is what All-Star Weekend's about. It's about the fans, but also the kids. This is where it all starts, right? And inspire these kids to not only watch the game of basketball, play the game of basketball, and do it the right way. So it means the world. It's a lot of fun. And glad I'm still able to inspire.
Oh, it feels so good. I mean, these kids are having so much fun. Then they get to be surrounded by NBA legends, amazing junior NBA coaches. It's an amazing feeling to be here. I'm just happy to be here. I mean, they're inspiring me. You know, I get to see the smiles on their face, the joy when they get to see the ball go through the hoop. It's an amazing feeling just to be here and watch them have a great time.
Don't miss WNBA All-Star Weekend on ESPN and ABC. It starts Friday with the Shooting Stars competition and the three-point contest at 8 Eastern on ESPN. Then the All-Star Game comes your way Saturday at 8:30 on ABC. You can stream both nights on Disney Plus and the ESPN app. Cedric Coward wearing a microphone for us tonight. And what we're going to hear is going to provide Corey Alexander an answer to something we've seen here in the second half.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Yeah. If you're there early enough, you're good. 2-7. The biggest thing is getting stops and finishing the possession. Offensively, just get the ball moving. I got to get off it faster right there. Right back at you, baby. Right back at him, baby.
So what I love about that, not only Cedric Coward taking accountability for recognizing he needs to move the ball faster, but also him not looking at Will Richard while he's talking to him. That's a vet move right there. If he looks in the direction, he could get called for a technical foul. But looking straight ahead and talking to Will Richard, which I didn't think he was, that allows it to keep playing on.
Coward leaves it short.
Shot clock violation.
Yes, sir. There'll be some moaning and groaning from the stands here.
I tell you what, Yaxel Lindeborg getting another bucket out of the timeout. So the two rookies picking up their action in this game, and of course the conversation as well.
On 2:15 to go. Each team has 2 timeouts remaining here in the championship. And foul in the low post.
So what you're seeing now from the Grizzlies is what I believe we'll see some of during the regular season. Zach Edey here watching the Memphis Grizzlies Summer League team will be their starting center, of course. But as they get to late games, I think you'll see a lot of this with Cameron Boozer playing that small ball 5 position. Now guarding Graham Ike. Boozer versatile enough to be able to guard multiple positions, even the 5.
Lindeborg for 3. Down. The lead belongs to the Warriors. Their first since it was 57-56. 7-0 run. Under 2 minutes remaining. Foul to give on each side. Small up over the big. Wouldn't fall through. And Lindeborg with a huge rebound.
Oh.
Ike got shoved into the defender.
That's a dangerous play there. And Small has no idea that he's going to get hit by Ike. You're expecting a screen, but never at your legs.
I said shove. That might be too physical on the description.
So are you trying to say that Ike may have played that one up a little bit?
Remember we said that word kinda earlier?
Oh, kinda.
Kinda.
Tell you what, Yaxel Lindeborg is kind of making me rethink my MVP vote. I may have time to change it.
That was the foul to give, by the way. Mid-range, down for Lindeborg.
Let me change that right now.
Timeout in Memphis, 91-87. 21 points for Yax. 9 of 18 from the floor, Corey Alexander.
And he scored the last 7 for the Warriors. Yaxel Lindeborg getting hot at the right time.
Warriors look to lead. Just out by 10. Curry gives it to him. That's 3 consecutive threes. Made a little hesitation move, creating space. Oh, with a shoulder shot. On McNeil. On the reverse. Oh, Stephen Curry.
post up. You see Curry's range right there on this play.
And in.
Opened the game talking about a matchup between these two guys. February the 21st, where Cameron Boozer and the Duke Blue Devils were able to take down the Michigan Wolverines for #1 in the country. Now Yaxel Lindenberg trying to have some get back here and be #1 in NBA Summer League, as both these lottery picks putting on a performance of the ages for the fans here checking it out in Vegas.
9 in the quarter for Yax. He's got their last 7. Warriors on top by 4, outscoring Memphis in the quarter 25-11. It's Golden State's largest lead of the game, and it's come at a good time. 90 seconds to go. Coward for 3. Good. Clutch. And now timeout Warriors. 1-point affair with 1:19 to play.
Can't forget about that guy. Cedric Coward has made big shots throughout this game, and he's truly a Summer League vet, playing like it down the stretch.
Pau Gasol has always been one of the greatest passing big men to ever play.
Gasol behind his back. You believe it?
Pau Gasol, I told you, a 7-footer with a guard in that body.
He is so good. He is so patient, so skilled.
What a no-look pass right there by Pau Gasol. Gasol, a tip pass. A highlight reel assist from Gasol, who has 6 already.
There's a reason why he's considered one of the better passing big men to play this game.
Talk about a skilled big man.
Pau Gasol is a great player. One of the best, most skilled players at the big man position.
Stop it, Pau, Pau, Pau.
He's an unbelievably skilled, one of the best skilled big men we've seen in this game.
He's going to be a Hall of Famer. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Center coming up. Full recap of a big-time day in sports today. A lot was on the line. Major League Baseball, the WNBA, the Open Championship. Oh, by the way, the World Cup final. Stick around. Sports Center is next. All right, Cedric Coward this weekend. Semifinals Saturday and today here in the championship. Corey Alexander, high impact for Cedric Coward.
But the number that you don't see is 5 of 5 from three-point range. Cedric Coward shooting the basketball extremely well throughout this game beyond the arc and knocking down a huge 3 to make it a 1-point game.
1 timeout on each side. Lindenberg has been the fuel here for the Warriors in the 4th. Meshack all over it. Cryer with 5 to shoot. Ike wrestled off Boozer and committed a foul. That'll be a big turnover here for the Warriors.
Offensive foul on Ike. There's officials are saying that he hooks the arm, and you see it. Great call by our officiating crew. Nate Searley right on top of that one.
So now Memphis a chance to take the lead here. Under a minute to go. There's a championship moment still to come in this one. Coward tried to find Boozer. Ball deflected. Boozer somehow got it back. Clean strip out of bounds.
And both teams still have a challenge remaining. Golden State looking to the bench. And the great job by the coaching staff. Send a substitute to the scorer's table to give their back bench enough time to be able to look at the play and see if they want a challenge. Oh, they got a delay of game.
So mark that. Another obviously puts their opponent on the line. Malachi Leones was the sub in. Right in the hands of Boozer against Lendeborg. Takes him to the hole. In and out. Rebound Lendeborg.
And you have time to play it out. No need to foul.
Boozer swiped it. There's a whistle. It's because I think a timeout was indicated. Yes. Khalid Robinson called for timeout at the Warriors bench.
But Cameron Boozer did a tremendous job defensively, taking the basketball away from Lendeborg. But the timeout awarded on the possession. And it looks as though Lendeborg was actually trying to call the timeout, but it was called by the bench. Khalid Robinson calling it well before the action that we saw.
Well, I think Robinson saw Lendeborg trying to get the timeout called. He put the ball in the one arm. That made him vulnerable.
When you also see 5 seconds have already evaporated off of the shot clock. So therefore, it was going to be tough to get it across half court within the 8 seconds. So a great timeout by Coach Robinson.
Take me to the timeout huddle here, Corey.
Well, right now you're letting your team know you've got 3 seconds to get the ball across half court, first and foremost. So whatever you do, it's got to be in the direction of getting the ball across half and then drawing up what you want to do. You want to spend as much time as you possibly can, but still get a quality look, preferably something for Yaxel Lendeborg headed downhill. Better things can happen for you when you're attacking the basket.
I don't underestimate the value of the timeout here because it saved the possession. Golden State now without a timeout coming out of this the rest of the way.
The possession is more important, especially at this part of the game. If there's no timeout, there's a steal and a bucket in favor of Cameron Boozer, and the Memphis Grizzlies would have a lead right now. Great timeout regardless as to whether you have one remaining or not.
Memphis is going to get a look. Question is, will it be a one-point game? Will they get the ball back in their hands offensively? Pretty good one in Cryer out here to help with ball security, that's for sure. Into Smith, back to Lendeborg. Shoves it ahead.
There it is. Great job getting it across before the 8-second violation.
Now Cryer in a crowd. Leaping rebound. Memphis shot clock is dark.
But they're going to play it.
Boozer for 3 up top in the lead. No good. Lendeborg rebound. Somehow kept it in play. And Memphis is forced to foul with 8.6 seconds remaining.
Memphis decided to play it. Didn't call the timeout. Got a great look. Coward to Boozer at the top of the key. Cameron Boozer unable to get it to go. Yaxel Lendeborg coming up with a huge rebound. But still, even with 2 made free throws, as we go back to normal free throw shooting under 2 minutes, it's still a 1-possession game, and the Grizzlies have a timeout to be able to call and advance the basketball.
Warriors have a foul to give as well down the stretch here. 20 points for Smith.
Yaxel Lendeborg coming up with that defensive rebound, but looking to see how close he was to having his foot on the line and being out of bounds.
Great job by our crew. Pair of free throws knocked down by Smith. So the timeout now advances the ball past half court. Memphis down 3. We talked Warriors huddle last time out. Let's get into the Grizzlies conversation here.
Well, before we go to Grizzlies, you mentioned it. The Warriors have a foul to give. So that's something that they want to make sure they're talking about and how to go about taking that foul to give to take away some of the time, the 8.6 seconds from the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies want to get the basketball, in my opinion, into the hands of Small. Allow Small to be the guy that's in attack and see if he can find Coward or Boozer on the perimeter for 3.
Boozer got a clean look on that last offensive trip. I mean, it's a whisker away from the lead.
Yeah, Boozer's taken the last 3 shots in this game for the Memphis Grizzlies. He's missed all 3. But if you're Eric Schmidt, if you're the Grizzlies organization, these are the type of moments you want your rookie to experience in Summer League. Therefore, he becomes more comfortable. And there's never been a position where Cameron Boozer hasn't been the man. So he's used to it, and he'll take accountability for it. And if he gets an opportunity for a 4th straight possession, he will absolutely look to let it fly.
All eyes on the trigger man coming out of the timeout. That'll be the most important guy here in just a moment. 8.6 seconds away. We got the championship game that we all not only hope for, but expected tonight between these 2 teams in Summer League play. Small brings Memphis out of the huddle. Hendricks, Boozer, Coward, and then the trigger man, Olivier Maxence Prosper in the left front court. And the length of Lendeborg in front of him. Overshot Boozer trying to cross the floor. Officials making sure no one touched it because it'll impact where the ball is impounded.
Boozer never able to get a break on the basketball. And I love the idea. You get Boozer into the corner, and most likely there will be a stagger screen to get Coward coming to that 3-point line, with Boozer being able to find him or attack the basket or find a 3 of his own. But an errant pass gives the basketball right back to the Warriors.
Foul fast here?
Yes.
Into Cryer. Cryer's eluding Prosper. 4 seconds left. 3 up the floor to Smith. Whistle first before half court. Clock stopped at 2.4.
And Omax talking to C.P. Painter, telling her that he had tried to foul, that he committed the foul early in the possession. But Cryer able to elude the contact and waste 6 seconds off of the clock.
Huge. And L.J. Cryer at the line for the first time tonight. No timeouts on either side. Warriors sub inside. EK back on the edge of the lane now. Into small. Half-court heave here at the horn. Warriors win it. And the championship here in 2026 in Las Vegas belongs to Golden State.
Redemption for Yaxel Lendeborg. 2 losses to Cameron Boozer, 1 in college, 1 earlier this week in Summer League. But he gets the big victory, just like he did at the end of the NCAA season, winning a national championship for Michigan, and now wins a Summer League championship. Only the 2nd player in the history of Summer League to pull off that feat, national champ and Summer League champ in the same season, along with Tyus Jones of the Duke Blue Devils and Minnesota Timberwolves.
And he had a lot to say as to how the game was going to finish. 9 for Lendeborg in the 4th quarter alone. He finished with a double-double, 21 points and 10 rebounds as well. What a performance.
Strong performance, especially in the 4th quarter for Yaxel, playing with 4 fouls. Is able to come up, scored 7 straight points to give the Warriors the lead. And finishes it off, doing the job defensively, coming up with huge rebounds and huge stops.
And Corey, he had help. Look at the performance off the bench by Davon Smith. 21 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists for him. Will Richard had 13. Leones finished with 10, and then L.J. Cryer seals it with the free throw at the end of the ball game to give him 15 total to go along with 6 assists.
I'm interested to see who the game MVP is going to be, because I know I voted for Smith with about 5 minutes left to go in the game. I'm sure many others did. But then Yaxel Lindeborg goes on a tear, and I immediately changed my answer to Yaxel. But I'm not sure if it was in time. Be interesting to see whose name is called for the Summer League MVP.
Yeah, I know they need to gather votes early, but sometimes that last 5 minutes ends up telling the real story.
Well, I was fortunate in my text in saying for now. So therefore, that left me room to be able to change it.
That beautiful trophy is going back to the Chase Center in San Francisco.
We
New hardware as well.
But we often talk about how a Summer League championship can propel a team into the next season. We watched the Charlotte Hornets last year win the Summer League championship, which propelled them into the best season they've had in a very long time in CLT.
Marcus Path is the public address announcer inside the Thomas and Mack Center. And he is standing by for us. We join him.
Attention to center court for the championship trophy presentation, hosted by ESPN's Vanessa Richardson.
A lot of energy down here. Joining us is Warriors legend and Basketball Hall of Famer Rick Barry to present the 2026 NBA Summer League Championship Trophy to the Golden State Warriors, the Summer League champions. Congratulations. Special moments all around. Now we're going to find Summer League head coach Khaled Robinson. Where are you at? Coach, I know you must be very proud. What stands out about the resiliency that you saw from your guys?
It's the culture that these guys have been about since day one. They support each other, they care about each other, they pick each other up. In a game like this where we had to make a 10-point fourth quarter comeback, like that's what they've been about since day one. They've had each other's backs, they supported each other, and that's what the Warriors the past 12 years have been about.
What impressed you the most about the character that you saw from Yaxel and the other leaders on this team?
It's just no matter what the score of the game was, they knew what the game plan was. Stick to it, hit singles, stay solid, you will wear the other team down.
Congratulations, Coach. Job well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
I am now joined by Trevor Dowd, Director of Western Region at Kia America, who is here to present the 2026 NBA Summer League Championship Game MVP trophy to Yaxel Lindeborg. Yaxel, the energy and the joy you play with is infectious. What does this moment mean to you?
It means a lot, you know. It comes from all the sacrifices, all the struggle to get to this point. Every game I play, I have something to prove to myself and to those who are doubting me and those who don't believe in me. So, I mean, I'm just very proud of this moment. I'm glad that we got to win this.
Warriors fans are so excited to have you on the squad. What are you envisioning for the regular season? What are you going to bring to this Warriors organization?
Well, I'm going to bring a lot of energy. I'm going to be the most energetic playing guy on the floor every night. I'm going to try to bring as many positive vibes as possible. And, I mean, for the Warriors, you know, what a great way to start the Iran, organization and the sponsorship. So let's go, Devs.
You've been such a fun interview throughout this whole process. Congratulations to you.
Thank you so much.
And congratulations once again to Championship Game MVP Yaxel Lindeborg and your 2026 Summer League champion Golden State Warriors.
All right, Corey, final thought from you before we exit Las Vegas.
Strong performance by Yaxel Lindenborg, the Golden State Warriors. You got to give Davon Smith a tremendous amount of credit for his performance through the first 3 quarters, allowing Yaxel to bring it home and bring home the MVP honors.
Kudos to this crew here that has helped us all the way through. This is a long journey for the entire crew. All of our production people, staff, support has all been fantastic once again. Thanks again to Las Vegas, and thanks to the players. These players entertained us over this 10-day stretch and provided us some fantastic performances.
Another great summer league.
94-90, Golden State defeats Memphis and wins the championship. For Corey Alexander and Vanessa Richardson, I'm Sean Kelly. Thanks for watching NBA Summer League on ESPN. Stay tuned. SportsCenter is next.